Scariest thing that can ever happen to someone is to be in a situation where you sort of expect something crazy to happen, but then based on a couple of physical conditions, maybe you are paralyzed or you are just so tired, you can't move away from that situation, and then you find out that your own fear was actually real. You're scared of going into the dark, and then you go into the dark and you find out that there was actually a snake there. Those are some of the most paralyzing fears ever. About 2 years ago, I was driving home from a family reunion pretty late, and the drive was about 2 hours. I didn't stay the night because I had to be back for work the following day. Most of the drive was on the road with dense bushes and trees on either side. The real creepy ones you see in a lot of movies. Anyway, I had been driving for about 45 minutes and I was starting to get really tired. You know how sometimes you just suddenly become really tired out of nowhere? Well, yeah, that happened to me. I knew I wasn't going to last, but I didn't come across any place that I could park and safely sleep. Anyway, it became clear to me that I wasn't going to find a place to pull up, and my tiredness wasn't going away. I did something very questionable. I pulled over to the side of the road onto some grasses, behind some bushes, to try and hide my car from anybody else who was going to come past. The roads were empty. I came across another car every few minutes or so. I made a mental note that the time was 12:22 and then I fell asleep. Sometime later, I was awoken by a scratching sound. I looked at the clock, 11:50. The sound stopped after a few seconds, and because I was still extremely tired, I didn't bother looking around and sleeping went back to sleep. I was later awoken by the same sound, and it was now 12:40. This time, it really freaked me out because the sound didn't stop. The thoughts ran across my mind that it was just an animal inspecting the car. But why would it return almost an hour after it had left the previous time? I just looked into my rearview mirror and just managed to catch a glimpse of something running into the forest. Now, at the time, I thought it was the damn hook killer. You know, the one that scratched the couple's car and then slaughtered the guy when he came out to investigate. Fuck that, I thought to myself. So I got the hell out of there. There was no bend for more than 100 yards up the road. And as I came around it, there was a fucking car parked to the side of the road with the driver's door open. I slowly turned just to see if anyone was there. There wasn't. Then I looked into my rearview mirror. I didn't see anything. And all of a sudden, this guy comes sprinting out of the corner. He starts screaming, shouting stuff like, hey you, get the fuck out of the car now. I nooped the fuck out of there and sped off. I never saw that guy again. Moral of the story, don't fucking sleep on the side of a deserted road. What I like about this story is the fact that it's not like all of these very supernatural stories where they say they met demons and they met the rest. This is something that can actually really, really happen to you. What more you think about this story?